Hey everybody, this morning I'm here with Mellisa Wheeler. Mellisa is the Director for Disparities and Outreach Program at the Levine Cancer Institute, and behind us is the first of its kind in the nation mobile lung unit. So we just wanted to talk about it a little bit today. So first, Mellisa, tell us about yourself and how this program came to fruition.
Well, I work as the Director of Disparities, as you mentioned, and we focus really primarily on cancer prevention, screening, outreach, and access to care initiatives for the underserved across the Carolinas. And we started looking at data that were telling us our patients were coming in at late stage. And we learned a lot in mobile mammography in the last few years about bringing that mobile unit out to communities, and people were more willing to get screened. They'd bring their girlfriends, they'd come out, and it would become more of a social experience together. Yeah, absolutely. So we thought, we've got to make some big, bold moves in lung cancer. What if we did that for lung cancer? Is it possible? And thus an idea was born about 15, 16 months ago.
Wow, so first of all, when is it going to go live? And tell us where it's going to be, how far out, what sort of geographically, how far out are you going to go with this?
So Levine Cancer Institute has sites in 25 locations across the Carolinas. So in this first year, we're going to travel to Mecklenburg County, which we're in now, which is Charlotte. We're going to Lincoln County, Stanley County, Anson County, Cabarrus County. We are really generally covering a big swath of the central part of North Carolina, with the plans in year two to really expand and extend our reach to the other communities that need us.
And you were talking earlier, and this was something I didn't know, lung cancer kills more people in the U.S. than several other cancers combined, correct?
Yes. Lung cancer takes more lives each year than breast, prostate, and colon cancer combined, and has for the last 30 years. 7 out of 10 of our patients come in at stage 3 or higher disease. That leaves us very little options in terms of caring for them with a positive outcome. So this is really the first opportunity. I think even more interesting is that 10 million Americans qualify for low-dose CT scanning based on their smoke history, but only 25 people per program are getting screened.
Wow, that's amazing. So tell us, if you could look into your crystal ball, what do you want this to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years? What do you see? What will you say, well, this is a success?
The biggest measure of success is to see patients come to us and understand that they can trust, that their community cares about them. So I think even just finding one cancer, to me, that's one cancer that wouldn't have been found if we weren't in that community at the right time. Now, our goal is to see 1,200 patients in the next 3 years, provide free lung cancer screening, follow-up and connection to care. And the other part of this is not just the mobile unit itself, but there's a comprehensive navigation program. A nurse navigator is going to follow them from the very beginning, help to identify what their barriers are, and then connect them to necessary resources along the way. So our opportunities for success are boundless.
Wow, that's exciting. Tell me about dreaming this up and then trying to get it from this sort of crazy idea, not crazy, but crazy to some folks' idea in your head, to fruition.
Yeah. So my husband will tell you that my favorite thing for someone to do is to tell me no. And where that usually leads me is to ask why. And what can we do to make this happen? When we first had the idea, I simply picked up the phone and I started doing some research and saw the great work that you all do with Samsung and mobile stroke units. And I thought, if that can be a success, if you can go out into the field and administer medication and help patients within a moment of an emergency and change their outcome, we can do this. So I picked up the phone, I called Camp Jenkins at Samsung, and he said, we're going to do it. We can do it. We're going to do it. We've had a lot of challenging folks along the way that have really kind of pushed back and said, well, it's going to be really hard to do this. And it is really, really hard. There are a lot of obstacles. I say a lot of times our own organization is a lot like an onion. Just when you think you've gotten to that last layer, there's another 12 layers of the onion. But for us, it's about taking a big bite of the onion, spitting that out, and moving on to the next bite, because there's always opportunity. And when faced with challenge, if you give people the opportunity to innovate and let them do their magic, they will, and they do every single time. So that's what this program is about. It's about thinking big, dreaming big, imagining all the possibilities that can happen, and just not taking no for an answer.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We're excited to follow some of the patients and see where this program is going to lead. Congratulations again on being the first in the nation and being such a leader, and for having those crazy ideas and not taking no for an answer.
Thank you, partner.